Hi everyone, welcome back to satokoworld Finance Academy. So on our last lesson, we've talked about how the car loan interest works, right? And we're gonna continue talking about car loans. And today's topic is do's and don'ts when shopping for a car. So buying a car nowadays is harder than before. Even getting a brand new car, you gotta wait for 6 months, and used car is a lot more expensive compared to before. And the thing is, when you get into the brand new car, you get this great feeling driving the brand new car, right? And then I completely understand, and many people tend to think about the safety of the car, which is, I know, important. So they want to buy a brand new car because of the safety, they say, and then they completely forget about the safety of your finance. And so I want you to have a good middle ground, and I want you to understand do's and don'ts when you're shopping for a car. Okay, let's get started. And we're gonna start from the don'ts, okay? The first don'ts is don't lease a car. Don't ever, never lease the car, please. There are many reasons. Well, leasing the car, it might seem very simple. You know, it's a low monthly payments and people think it's easier to lease the car and all that. But when you lease a car, you never actually own a car. And then I know many people know it, but that's because you don't own a car. You have to pay higher insurance premium because leasing company owns a car. So you actually don't have a control over your own insurance because you don't own a car. And you're restricted to a limited mileages. So for those who don't drive long distance, that might not matter. But if you went over the mileage restriction, the mileage limitation, you have to pay extra money. So, and of course, if you break the lease, it's gonna cost you a hefty fee. If you don't like a car, once you sign the lease, you have to keep the car until the end of the lease, most of the cases. Okay, and when the lease term ends, you have couple options here. So you can return the car, but you have no car. And if you need the car, you have to restart the process without any equity. And also the other option is you can buy the car outright. So, you know, now you're buying a car outright. This is now the used car. You know, you may be driving 4, 5, 6 years and you have to buy the car you've been driving for 6, 7 years, and you might not even want to drive the car anymore. And in the end, it's gonna cost more. This is why please don't lease a car. I do not want anybody to lease the car, okay? Now, second don'ts. Don't take home equity. Never, ever, ever. Please don't take home equity to purchase a car. If you have to take the home equity to purchase a car, that means you cannot afford it. You cannot afford the car that you're wanting to buy. So in this case, you really have to look into the used car and the car that you can actually be able to afford. And then now, number 3, don'ts. Don't take loans more than 36 months. 36 months is 3 years, ideally 2 years, okay? But 36 months is the very maximum, the term that you should have the car payments of, okay? So if you cannot pay within 36 months, that means you really can't afford the car that you actually want. So you have to find a used car. And many people say, nowadays, brand new car and a used car, it is the same amount. No, it's not. Because I just recently assisted my friend who needed to purchase a car, and because her car broke down, so it had to go really immediate. So I actually helped her out, and then I did look for a used car. And that is not true. there are many used car that's lower than brand new car. So please look into the used car as well, okay? And then now let's get into the do's. So do make sure it's simple loan. We've talked about this simple loan and pre-computed loan on our last lesson. If you haven't yet check it out, go back to our last lesson, okay? So simple loan is the one that the interest is based on the balance. So if you make a payment between the scheduled payment days, you can actually reduce the interest that you have to pay. And that means you can pay extra, so your interest gets reduced and pay off quicker. And then another one, the pre-computed loan, is they calculate all the interest at the beginning, the whole interest for the term, and then they add it onto the principal right away. And then they just divide it into the months of the payments, your payments. So you cannot reduce the interest rate with a pre-computed loan, okay? So make sure it is simple loan, and most of the banks it is a simple loan, but dealership or especially used car dealership, please ask to make sure it is a simple car loan, okay? And then now, number 5, do compare APR, no interest rate. And we've talked about this as well in our last lesson. So interest rate is just a simple interest rate. APR, annual percentage rate, this is interest rate plus other fees included, okay? So make sure to compare with APR when you're looking into the car loan, okay? So APR, and all the dealership must disclose APR. So that's the law, okay? Now, number 6, so when you're looking for a used car, please do buy Toyota, Hyundai, Mitsubishi, Lexus, or newer Ford. I got this information from my mechanic when I was helping my friend to buy a new car. And he said, yeah, look into those 5 brands. And those are the good used car. And for my friend, we were able to find Hyundai for her. And it seems to be Hyundai is the lowest price, most reasonable out of these 5 brands. So you know. And then number 7, do set your rules. We must set our rules when we're looking for to buy a car, okay? The first rule is price limit. Make sure you know your maximum price that you'll be able to pay. And then second, mileage limit, okay? And then number 3, age limit. So for us, for my friend's new car, we actually set the rules as well. So our rule was, price limit was maximum $17,000, including everything. And then mileage limit, we go under K in Canada. It was under 100,000 K. And then age limit was within 10 years. And of course, this is the brand that we specifically look for. And it wasn't easy to come by because we found like 20 cars or something online. And by the time we called, 90% of this car that we set with our rules were gone. So it wasn't easy. But we were able to find this 2014 Hyundai Accent, and the price, it was $15,000, everything included. Mileage, that was 74,000 K, and in age, it was within 10 years, it was 2014. So, here's her before. She was actually thinking about purchasing a brand new car for like $35,000 with taxes, that's excluding taxes, and 7-year car payment, which I absolutely disagree with. I couldn't have let her do it. She's part of my family, And so now she was able to find this, car for like under half the price, and her car payment finishes within 16 months. And so, she made a great decision, and thank God she listened to me, So please know your limit, and please set your rules when you're shopping for a car, okay? So today's lesson was, do's and don'ts when shopping for a car. Thank you for watching, guys. If you want to work with me and expedite your financial health, please email me at satokoworld@outlook.com. And if you still haven't, please subscribe. And if you like, please press the like button. Thank you, guys. And let's start wealthy, and we're gonna be wealthier. I'll see you guys in 10 days. Bye.